I have to start with a concept. That's the major thing. Once I have a concept that I think will fly, that I know I can work, it'll work for me. Then I get the characters, I flesh them out. This is all before the process of actually sitting down at the computer and writing a script or a short story or a novel. I just finished a novel. That's that germination period of working out, and then after you get the characters, working out the structure with a satisfying ending. That's the hardest part, but it's something Dick and I both liked. I think we were born storytellers, and when I worked with a lot of writers at Universal who were new, who were very young, and I found they were good at characterizations, characters, dialogue. The biggest hang-up was structuring a story, beginning, middle, and end, and making it work. And they were not very good at it. And you can see that now in our feature motion pictures and a lot of our television shows. They rely on cliches, things you've seen 1,000 times before. A lot of the young writers don't even know that they're cliches, which is a shame, because some of them have talent, there's no doubt about it. But that's the way I've always worked with Dick, and that's the way I work now. The writing process, when I sit down, Dick and I at the beginning used to plot out everything, scene by scene by scene by scene, almost to the end. Now I'm a little looser without Dick. I'll discover some things when I'm writing. Now, of course, when I wrote with Dick, you would always discover some things in scenes. You know, things that never occurred to you when you were in the structuring, the early stages, but you find them out. It's like, do characters ever take over? This was asked to a wonderful writer, the novelist Vladimir Nabokov, who wrote Lolita and many other brilliant novels. And they said, do your characters ever take over, Mr. Nabokov? And his answer was, my characters are galley slaves. But yeah, I don't really know his process on many of his books, but I know what that question means, what it entails. Sometimes something occurred, like the book I just wrote, a dog suddenly appeared in a kidnap scene. And when I laid out this book in my mind in major blocks, there was no dog. And this dog occurred in the book, it's the unconscious mind, and turned out to be very crucial to the ending of the book. Now, where did that dog come from? Well, I do have dogs here, and I'm a dog lover. I always tell writers, rely on the unconscious mind, because I've been asked, what happens if you get writer's block? Think what you do, I did it with Dick and I do it now. You forget about it for a day, go to sleep. You'd be surprised how many times you wake up with the answer. Your mind gets on it and gnaws at it and wrestles with it and comes up with answers. It's amazing. I was at an event, a book event here. Elmer Leonard, the big best-selling crime writer, was there. And during the question and answer session, I know Elmer slightly. And I said, how much do you rely on the unconscious? And he said, well, I don't know what you mean. He said, sometimes when I wake up and I'm in that twilight area, sometimes an answer occurs to me. I said, Elmore, you're relying on the unconscious mind. He said, oh, would you call that the unconscious mind? Now, here's an enormously sophisticated man who's a damn good writer. I mean, that didn't occur to him. So I always tell writers, it's there. That computer is in your head, and let it work for you. Don't push it. If you hit a block, and I have never had writer's block while working with Dick, and neither did he, or after Dick. I don't know why. Is there any wood around here to knock? The answers are always there. And I also tell writers, Don't worry, even if you get into a trap, there are always ways to finesse yourself out of a writer's trap. I don't care what the story is, you can get out of it. One of my favorite authors, Raymond Chandler, who was brilliant, threw away whole books because he'd get in the middle of the book. He was not good on structure. He was brilliant with character and a wonderful, felicitous writing style, almost poetic at times. He'd throw whole books away. Well, you can always dance out of trouble. There are always ways. Maybe it's a little creaky. Maybe you're relying on a little bit of coincidence, but usually if the writer is with you or the viewer is with you up to that point, they'll go ahead if you dig yourself out of a pit. So, and again, you can rely on the unconscious mind.